Man, what's going on with y'all boys, man? I'm finally back reviewing a Pokemon Horizons episode, bro. I have eight episodes to watch, bro. This is the first of the eight that I'm reviewing. And without any further ado, man, let's go ahead and get into it, bro. The summary for this episode is the episode is titled The Rivals in the Dark Knight. It's episode 25. By the way, Amethio and his fellow explorers have shown up to steal Terrapagos. A fierce battle begins with the old castle as the battleground. Freed and Amethio have fought multiple times before. How will the battle go this time? Now that Liko and Roy have grown so much throughout their adventure, will they be able to defeat? Will they be able to defeat Amethio's goons? And what happens when the explorers, Camber, Sango, and Onyx join the battle? Question mark! Exclamation point. Now, let's get the lore stuff out of the way first. There's a lot of lore revealed in this episode as um when Hamber and when Hamber confronts Diane, who is Liko's grandmother, it's revealed that the explorers, the group, was actually the people that was hanging around Lucius all those years ago, right? So that's really interesting. That raises a lot of questions because obviously the explorers are evil now. So how did that happen? And are the explorers that we're seeing right now, the people that we're seeing right now, are they descendants, direct descendants of the people that was hanging around the Lucius? That's really interesting. We're gonna figure that out, or we're probably gonna get into that down the line, of course. And there's also at the end of the episode, Liko's grandmother ends up joining the ship, and she reveals the last few Pokemon that Liko and the gang have to go find. It's Lapis, um, Clever, Clover, however you say it, Pokemon's name, and Entei. It's gonna be really interesting to see Entei, and I know the Lapis stuff is happening as we speak, but I have not gotten to there yet, so I have no idea what happens. It's gonna be really fun when we get to Entei, though. I can't wait. Besides that, though, this episode is really a battle episode, and the battles are really good. Well, one of them is really good. The rest of them aren't really battles, to be honest. They're not really long enough, but the Amethio and Freed one, the Amethio and Freed battle, number three. This is the best one out of the three, in my opinion. Really nice battle. Freed is getting kind of thrashed in the beginning, and then he pulls out Crystallization and one shots him. Now that is very, very game accurate. I'm not gonna lie, because I know I was one shotting people when I crystallized. Once I crystallized, I was one shotting people. So that is very game accurate, and I love to see game accuracy in my anime. Um, and then we have Liko and Roy versus Amethio's goons. Now, I'm not going to refer to them by name. I know their names, but I'm not going to refer to them by name because they don't deserve it. They're trash, and they've been one-shotted. Not one-shotted, but they've been defeated easily by the newbies once again. But this time it's realistic because Liko and Roy came really far, man. They've come really far, man. So it's a little more realistic this time around versus in the beginning of the series where they were getting beaten up by them when Liko when uh Sprigatito had like one move. So it's a better showing, I guess. And then Onyx and Sango come into the fray. Now I really like the build up to them coming in. It's really nice. It's really good. And then they come in, right? Liko and Roy don't really battle them though. Captain Pikachu comes and saves the day. And I love the way he comes in. This is a really nice moment, right? And then Captain Pikachu kind of humiliates them. He one shots Onyx's Pokemon, and then um Sango has a nervous breakdown, and then she commands her whatever Glalie. Her Pokemon is Glalie. Glalie ends up self-destructing, but it doesn't work. They end up getting out of there. So, like I said, the episode ends with Diane joining the Volt Tacklers, which is cool. I didn't think she was gonna join actually. So it's gonna be a cool dynamic seeing an older person on the crew with all these younger people. So that's good. Terrapagos was the whole focus of this episode, man. They all wanted that Pokemon, but it doesn't appear. I don't think it appears in this episode at all, or barely. It barely appears. So that's interesting. But yeah, a good end to the first saga of the series, man. It was a good end. I really like I really like that this story is a more linear story approach because if you know from past series, there's always a story, right? But they always derail. There's a lot of filler in every series, so this series is a lot more streamlined. It's a lot more story focused compared to past series, so that's really nice. I don't really like filler, so I'm happy that it gets straight to the point. It's been getting straight to the point. This episode's a really good episode. That's all I really have to say, though. I'm gonna go on and go ahead and go watch episode 26 now. So yeah, that's all from me, and I'll see you on the next review, which should be uploaded right after this one.